encountered unexpected expenses and was unable to pay installments at the end of the 120th, 121st, 122nd, and 123rd month. At the end of the 124th month, he increased his payment so as to still pay off the loan in 234 months by 111 equal monthly payments. Calculate the value of this new installment. We may assume that the balance outstanding after the 119th payment has been made is 629,938.11 cents. So here, this father skipped payments for 4 months. It's more like the case that we are having now, whereby banks are requesting people who are having financial challenges in terms of their payments to request COVID-19 relief. Okay, it's happening now. That's happening in real life as we speak. Right? There are people who have requested some financial relief, so they stop making payments probably from maybe April or May, whichever the case, and they negotiate based on when they think they will get their income. So this father stopped making payments for 4 months. Okay, now his plan was to complete the payment, okay, within the previous agreed time. So he only has about 111 payments that he has to make. So the installment increased from 10,000, right, because of the stoppage in payment for 4 months, right? So we need to know what was the balance outstanding after the 119th payment. For this question, it is provided, okay? There was no need to calculate the balance outstanding there. So this amount, it will accumulate interest for 4 months, and then after that, we use the present value formula, okay? So the objective is to calculate X, that is the monthly installment, right? So I'm just going to write one long formula. Remember, our balance outstanding is that's 629. Let me write the formula first. So our formula will be P times 1 plus I raised to the power of, I'll call that one N1, and then it's equal to X times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to the power of minus N2 all over I. Okay, then we substitute. Our P is the balance outstanding. It's going to accumulate interest. Okay, our interest rate hasn't changed. It's still 14% per annum compounded monthly. That's 0.14 over 12. Now here, our N1 is going to be equal to 4. Okay, the balance outstanding will accumulate interest for 4 months, and then the person will start paying again. So we need to get that X. So our N here is going to be 111 all over I is 0.14 over 12. Okay, now if we simplify this, we'll go to the next page. You must get X equal to 629,938.11 times 1 plus 0.14 over 12, all raised to the power of 4, and all that must be divided by 1 minus 1 plus 0.14 over 12 raised to the power of 111, all over 0.14 over 12. So if you simplify, you get 10,000 what?
632.
632 in how many cents? 39 cents. Right. So that's the question. Okay. So that's where we are supposed to fit where we stopped last time. All right. So today we have rent to invest for a period of 5 years. So each of the two got 12,000 rent, and they're supposed to invest for 5 years. They invested the money at the same time according to the following options. Okay, for Anisha, she had 8.5% per annum simple interest. Okay, 8.5% simple interest. At the end of 5 years, she'll receive an additional payout of 7.5% of the original amount invested. Okay, then for Lindiwe, she had 8.5% per annum compounded quarterly. Then the question says, who will have the larger final amount after 5 years? Justify your answer with appropriate calculations. And that's 6 marks. Right. I'm not sure how you approach it, but for the first one, for Anisha, okay, since it's simple interest, the formula that we use is the one which is linear, the one that you taught from grade 8 or 9. So that will be A equal to P times 1 plus I times N. Okay? But for Anisha, she has got an additional payout that she must get, which is equal to 7.5% of 12,000. So her future value is going to be equal to 12,000 times 1 plus I. The I there is 0.85. So that's 0.085 times the number of years, which is 5 years. Okay? Whatever amount you get here, you add 7.5% of what? Of 12,000. Okay? So if you simplify that, what do you get? It's exactly 18,000. So you get 18,000 rand. How many of you did the question? Raise your hand. You all got 18,000. Yes. Alright. Then the next one, it's 8.5% compounded quarterly. Now we have to use what? The compound interest formula. It's very important to know which formula to use for a specific question. So, for Lindiwe, you use the formula A equal to P times 1 plus I raised to the power of N. But the interest is compounded quarterly, so her future value will be 12,000 times 1 plus the I 0.085 over 4. Okay, because the interest is compounded what? Quarterly. And there are 5 years, so 5 times 4 will give you 20 there. What answer do you get?
18,273.
How many cents?
4.
Okay, so the question says who will have the larger final amount? I'm sure you can see. Therefore, Lindiwe got the larger final amount. Okay. And then you are done. So mark your work. The next question. The next question says a company bought office furniture that cost 120,000 after how many years? Okay, so the furniture cost 120,000. After how many years will the furniture depreciate to 41,611 and 57 cents according to the reducing balance method if the rate of depreciation is 12.4% per annum? Okay, so here we just want to find the time period. So our formula is very important. There's depreciation involved, so we use this formula. Okay, our A, the furniture was 120,000 initially, then it becomes 41, so that will be 41,611,57 equal to 120,000 times 1 minus, that's 0.124, all raised to the power of n. Okay, so this will give you 41,611,57 all over 120,000. That's equal to, then you get 0.8 what? 76 raised to the power of n. So our n will be the logarithm to base of 0,86, sorry, 0,8876 of 41,611,57 over 120,000. Okay, what do you get there? 7,999. Right, that's approximately 8. So that's 8 years. Okay. Then 7.3. Now the main reason why I did this homework was because of 7.3. So let's see if you got it. Right, 7.3 says, I don't know how to pronounce that name, I don't know how to pronounce it. Right? He opened a savings account with a single deposit of 5,000. Okay, 5,000 rand. So on the day that he signed the paperwork, on that day, we put 5,000 into that savings account. Okay, that was at the beginning of June 2015. He then made 24 monthly deposits of 800 rand at the end of every month, starting at the end of June 2015. The account earned interest at 50% annum compounded monthly. Calculate the amount that should be in his savings account immediately after the last deposit. Okay, so 24 payments were made, each of what? 800 rand. Now, the question is, where does your annuity start? So if you were to, for this question, I would suggest that you draw a timeline just to help you to have a visual of what's going on. So at T0, 5,000 rand is deposited. Then you have got T1, okay, up to, okay, so that's 24 months, that's what it means, there's no number of days there, right? So that would be up to T24. So 5,000 deposited, then 800 rand here, up to here, 800 rand is deposited. Okay, now where does your annuity start? Now your annuity starts here. The 5,000 is not part of the annuity, but it will accumulate interest over the 2-year period. So if you want to get the future value, F, it will be equal to 5,000 times 1 plus, the interest is 15% compounded monthly, so that's 0,15 over 12, all raised to the power of 24, because it is compounded monthly, right? Plus the annuity now, which is the future value. So our X, it's 800 times 1 plus 0,15 over 12, all raised to the power of 24 minus 1, all over 0,15 over 12. Okay, so if you simplify that, what do you get? $28,967. How many of you got this? Alright, if you didn't get the answer, I need you to tell me what were you. Then the next question. Okay, so we are done with that one. So let's move on to the next one. Right. This one was from Gauteng. You can write that in your maths workbook. Okay, now because there's depreciation involved and you are using the reducing balance method, the formula that you use is A equal to P times 1 minus I raised to the power of N. Please, let me warn you, be very careful about the formula you use for the grade 10 and 11 questions. Be very careful because there are 4 of them. Okay, and I told you at the beginning of the topic, okay, the differences. So here the car was 134,000. After n number of years, it became 100,000. So we'll put 100,000 there, and our P is 134,000. And our interest is 6%, 6.8% per annum. So that's 0.068 raised to the power of n. So this will give me 100,000. Okay, I can simplify this. Okay, I'll do that. So that one will give me what? 0.9. 0.9 what?
32.
32 raised to the power of n. This is the same as 100 over 134 equal to 0.932 raised to the power of n. So your n will be the logarithm to base of 0.932 of, you know that I can simplify this, but I don't want to go there. So this becomes 100 divided by 134. You can put that one in brackets for that one. What answer do you get as your n? 4 comma?
1559.
Okay, can you round it up to 2 decimal places? So 4.16 years. Okay. After how many years? Right here, I suggest that you leave it like that. Okay. So it's gonna be 4 years, and then you are gonna have some months, which is not entirely 5 years. Okay. So you can leave it like that. Right. So this is straightforward. Finding n should not be a problem to anyone. Right. Let's move on. Any question there? I hope you are marking your work. Then 3.2. A bank granted Clive a loan of 150,000 rand at an interest rate of 15.25% per annum, compounded monthly. Clive will repay the loan in 24 equal monthly payments. Okay, payments will start 3 months after the loan was granted. Okay, so calculate his monthly payment. So that's 3.2.1. Okay, so here there was a delay in the repayment. Okay, there was a delay in the first payment. Right, so it's better to draw a timeline. Right, so at T naught, 150,000 is borrowed. But the interest is compounded monthly. So we have T1, then T2, then we have got T3. Right? I want you to be aware here that it says that Clive will repay the loan in 24 equal monthly payment, which means the 3 months are not part of the 24 monthly equal payments. Okay, remember we did the question which was more like, which looked exactly like this one. So this will be 3 here. Right, the first part of the question, where is after 3 months? Right? Let me put, I just want you to tell me what you understand about the question. Where is after 3 months? After 3 months. Okay. If you remember, the previous question asked. Yes, Steph.
So why would we in 1.3 when it said that the loan accumulates interest over 3 months?
The question says payment will start 3 months after the loan was granted. First month, second month. This is where the third month. This is where the payment is going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 3 months have passed up to this point. That's when the payment is made.
So, but then why is it only compounded twice?
Okay. Why is it compounded twice? Because remember, okay, can I have your attention? Can I have your attention? So if you simplify that, what do you get?
7,477.
7,477
And 31 cents.
and 31 cents. Okay. Alright, so that's the first part. Any question? Then the next one, it says calculate the balance outstanding immediately after Clive makes his 18th payment. Right? He makes his 18th payment. How much money is he owing? Okay? So, remember, to calculate the balance outstanding, you can use the present value formula. In this case, I'm going to use the present value formula. Okay? So, that's 7 point what? 7 point what? The question number?
7 point. No.
3.2.
It's 3.2.2. Alright, so I'm going to use the present value formula. Please, it's your choice. I prefer this one here for this question. So P is going to be equal to X times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to the power of minus N minus K all over I. My X is this amount, that's 7477. So that's 7477, comma 11, sorry, comma 31, right? 1 minus 1 plus 0.1525 over 12, right? Remember, now, question now is, what is that n? Right? Let's go back to the original question. Remember, I did a timeline. Do you remember that I did a timeline? Where does the annuity start? At T3. So your n is 24. Okay? N is 24. Okay? N is 24. And what's your K? It will be 24 minus 18, which is 6. Right? So here, so your n minus k is going to be 6. Okay? It will be 24 minus 18. So you get minus 6. So that's 0.1525 over 12. So what's the balance outstanding? Huh? 42,934, comma? That's 09. How many of you got this? Alright. So that's how we're supposed to do. Right. I just want to remind you that next week